saying it over and over again. Where I am is where I'm supposed to be. If you interpret that from primitive mind, then if you're doing poorly, it's like a judgment on you. Right? I think religion may have made this error. If I'm where I'm supposed to be and I'm not doing well, then it must be something I did wrong. No, that's not the cortex. The cortex is just activated when you're not in danger mode. If you're in danger mode, tiger's chasing you, or you're starving, then you want to be in the primitive mind and believing you're not where you're supposed to be. But if you can believe, I am where I'm supposed to be, even just in this moment, I'm where I'm supposed to be, then you activate the cortex. And then it's not about I'm where I'm supposed to be, like I succeeded because I'm so great, or I'm where I'm supposed to be, I failed because I'm so terrible. No, it's something else completely. It's simply that I'm accepting life where it's at. I'm not resisting life. I am where I'm supposed to be. I am where I'm supposed to be. And so if you see a choice in front of you as you're trying to find yourself, which is going to be difficult, right? It's going to be maybe climbing up a hill or taking on something new you haven't done before. You don't automatically know whether you should climb up the hill or take on the new thing. What you need is, ideally, 16 billion neurons in the cortex to tell you, well, here's what we think. But if you're focused on the 12 million neurons in the primitive brain, they don't have as much power to process and run different scenarios. And they're really tied to fear and desire and aversion, self-image, linked into the past about what's happened on other hills or other unexplored paths, undiscovered country. Or they're dwelling on some little mistake you made while you were trying to sort through the choices. If we can forgive ourselves for our mistakes, we're able to create potentially a link between the heart and the rest of the body. I've spoken about the heart and the cortex in other videos, but what I want to talk about today is the heart and the base of the spine. And speech-language pathologists don't usually talk about the base of the spine. In fact, the people who are talking about the base of the spine in any useful way, as far as I know, are those who talk about chakras and kundalini, but these are not recognized by science. If you search medical journals, it'd be hard to find a reference to them. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it's already changed, but I've done it and I haven't found much. So the base of the spine is being pulled down by gravity, and if we're tense, I submit to you, you're probably trying to pull that up. Like you're trying to evolve away from the tail, away from the earth. So we build skyscrapers and rocket ships. We're trying to get away from that. But what if we just let that go? Let that base fall. Now, it's possible that the base of the spine is the source of a signal. I don't know if this is borne out by neurology. I haven't studied this, but I theorize that the base of the spine sends a signal upward. Sort of, I guess you can call it the kundalini, but I'm just talking about electricity right now. If this signal, in theory, is sent from a place of fear or contraction, just because you're tensing up the base of your spine, then could that signal send a message to the heart or to the amygdala that there's a level of tension here in this person? And so maybe we want to, close off our emotions a little bit, or maybe we want to be overly into our emotions. There's this a dysregulation with relationship to the cortex and the heart. And it may be very subtle. It may manifest as stress, or compulsive eating, or not eating enough, or yelling at your employees, or being depressed because your customers are yelling at you. That's both the cause and the result of, I would submit to you, this tightening at the base of the spine. Is that an oversimplification? Perhaps, but we're just playing with this. I think what happens in science is we're so worried, or we're so desiring, the oversimplification, that we don't get a chance to just explore what's possible if we put everything else out and say it's all about this one thing. The benefit of saying it's all about this one thing is that you focus on it. And you admit it may not be all about this one thing, but you're just playing with it. So, the base of the spine, combined with where I am is where I'm supposed to be. And so any tension in the spine, we're not judging it. We're not saying it should be different. We're just noticing the sensations that are happening, and we're making them okay. Now, when we say where I am is where I'm supposed to be, it's not an insistence that we manage tension or that we maintain tension, but it is an invitation to release the tension and see what the effects are.